few minutes left. Well, technically about 30 minutes or so. But I wanted to hop on here and first say, don't get a mount from Five Below. I had this only for I think a couple of weeks, and for some reason it's not sticking anymore. So I'm gonna have to get like a new car mount. And it's been a while, only a few days since I've been on live, and I really want to get on here. I'm trying to practice discipline and being more consistent, especially when it comes to my YouTube channel, and provide, like useful resources and information that I feel like people could make use of, especially in this climate right now where so many people's mental health is going through it, or they've been laid off financially, employment wise is all affected and all of that. So I wanted to come on here and talk about the best way to find a therapist and the benefits of therapy. So I myself have been in therapy for a few months now, but prior to that, I did seek mental health counseling services, which have been extremely beneficial. I know not everybody might be for it, but I find that there's a lot of benefits when it comes to it. It helps cleanse your mental. It helps for you to learn how to express yourself when maybe you're not the best at expressing verbally how you feel when you're dealing with a certain situation. So the best way to find a therapist, and the best way I found my therapist, was through Psychology Today. And after I'm done with this live and it's officially uploaded, I'll go ahead and make sure that it's in the comment section and in the description box for Psychology Today. But you're going to go on there, and even if you are insured or not insured, you can actually find like free groups that are virtual when it comes to like group therapy sessions. I did find that the other day, like the field that I'm in, or let me say the job that I'm at, I do help patients when it comes to seeking mental health counseling services. And that's actually how I found out about this website. But they actually have like free groups that are virtual support groups that can help you, especially if you don't have the time of day to drive and go seek these services. But you're going to go on Psychology Today. And then if you have certain preferences when it comes to seeking a therapist, they actually have filters that can assist if you're looking to seek therapy services either from a male, female, or somebody who categorizes themselves or list themselves as non-binary. Also, you can find therapists that are for the LGBTQ community, race, if you're more comfortable with a therapist who is African American or Hispanic or white, you can select those preferences in Psychology Today. And then if you have insurance, you can also select that to see if they accept your insurance or not. It's a little bit of research, but I promise you it won't take long, and that'll assist you with finding the best therapist that is probably located near you, or that is virtual, in person, or both. It's a really good website. It's called Psychology Today, and it's very, very beneficial. I suggest using it. It's helped me, like I said previously, find a therapist, and it's so good. So, usually people tend to not want to seek therapists. Hello. Hi, how are you? So I'm making sure I like read my message as well. But a lot of people tend to not want to seek therapy services, and I understand why. Because you are getting into those or expressing those thoughts that you tend to hide, those feelings that you feel. You're tapping into all of that, and that's not always easy. It's not always easy to talk about your feelings, talk about, your thoughts, talk about all of that. It's very private, but like I mentioned, it is very beneficial. and it could help you try to figure out how to handle certain situations when it comes to either friends, family members, work, daily stressors. If you are someone who recently lost their job, right? You could seek free services or companies, other businesses, nonprofits, or whatever the case may be, wherever you're located, to see if they do offer services when it comes to mental health. I know right now people are going through it with the layoffs. I have said previously in my other lives, that I just constantly pray for people that I do know and I don't know, because right now people are really going through it with these layoffs, people being terminated. And then another thing is, I've also learned this recently, that the way that they're they're providing these letters to people who have been terminated, the verbiage that they use in these letters can possibly hinder them from receiving any type of unemployment benefits. Like, what type of sense does that make to you, to state in the letter? And this is from what I've seen from like other YouTube channels, saying that it's based on poor performance, and that could possibly have the person not be eligible to receive unemployment. So if that person already is at a job that salary barely keeps their head above water, and now they may not qualify for unemployment, how are they supposed to even survive, especially if they don't have savings, have families? That doesn't make sense. So I think in order to progress at anything, your mental has to be clear. Your mental has to be on point, basically, in order to achieve whatever it is that you may want to achieve. So I know right now that we are living in tough times, and we don't know what to expect in these next few years. But hopefully some of the advice that I do share on my channel can help somebody. And if you came across this live and you were able to understand where I'm coming from, then go ahead, let me know, because I know it's not easy. Excuse me, I know it's not easy. I know it's a challenge, and there are so many people that are experiencing hardships, and you have those that keep things bottled in. They don't feel comfortable with sharing it, or they may want to share, but they feel that other people have their own problems, so they just disregard their feelings, or they don't address it, and therefore they just keep burying it. And the thing that some information that my therapist shared with me was, you have to consider your mind and your body like a car, and you have to make sure that everything is running smoothly in order to keep things continuously running and for things to be healthy. And since I've been with her, I've just had so much clarification on things. And therapy, believe it or not, I was sharing this with a friend of mine. A couple of days ago, because right now I'm like on a weight loss journey, and therapy actually contributed to me losing weight, especially given the fact that I'm a stress eater. Who isn't? Like, when you stressed out, what do you want to do? You want to eat. You want to eat. You want to feel good. You want all those foods that you shouldn't have to yourself, to consume it, to just feel good, all because you don't want to deal with what you want to deal with. So it's been a process, but it's been worth it. And that's why I highly suggest anyone to go for therapy. And also, if you're someone who feel like you can't afford it, I would suggest that you contact your insurance company to possibly see if your insurance is covered at 100%. Because I know that different therapists have like their sliding scale, they have their different fees, but you can always do as much research as you can to see how much you would be paying out of pocket, how much your insurance would cover, and all of that. See if your job also has any type of resources when it comes to therapy services. I do recall one of the jobs that I worked at like a while back, they actually offered that. It was I think up to like 10 sessions for free or something. So always see if your employer also offers any resources when it comes to counseling. Do your research. I suggest reading reviews, going on the Psychology Today website, reading up on them to see the therapist's background, as well as checking their website to see what else it may um, say about them, and you know, it might be a little bit more detailed. But let me know if this video or live has helped you, if you're someone who's interested in it, or you've been wanting to try therapy but you don't know where to start. It's okay to give it a try. And also, another tip before I get off of here, also remember that, let's just say if you try therapy and you're with this therapist for about a month or so and you're not really feeling it, you don't feel like they can really understand where you're coming from, you feel like you can't really relate to them, or they can't relate to how you're feeling, it's okay to try another therapist. You know, like, it's okay to try another therapist. Keep trying until you find the right one that you feel that you can really grow from and learn from. So I'm gonna return back to work. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.